Well, I have to open this little episode here with, have you ever been through the drive-through and they ask you how you want your burger and you say, drag it through the garden? That's what a 3-day salad's all about. The part you're looking at right now is what we saute. It's the warm part of the salad. And then this will be served on top of the fresh greens. So we start with the firmer vegetables, kohlrabi, then the onion, and the beet, then the Gerraro'S miraculoso marinated garlic, snow peas, what is that? Swiss chard in the back, zucchini, yellow squash, and then we have the walnuts ready for toasting. But all of this is just step one. Then it becomes the salad. Alright, so the pairing process is really quite simple. Just because of the angle, you angle the knife, but I'm getting all the good tender stuff that I want and not the outside. Okay, then the kohlrabi goes to the pan out of your view here, waiting for the onion. Next goes the onion. There's as many ways to chop an onion as there are to, hate to use the term around this house, skin a cat. Next, bring in the pan to heat. Something happens in a house when you start sauteing onions and black pepper. There's a little magic that goes through the air. It's the lure of aroma. But what's fun about this, and you've already seen kind of the results, when you get a nice juicy one, which I prefer to get at the fresh markets, the organic grown, they're picked that day, they're just full of red, wonderful juice, and everything turns red. You'll see that in a bit. Now for this, as opposed to the kohlrabi, I just do it what makes the least amount of effort for me. And there's probably 100 better ways than I do it, but you know what? I don't know what any of those are. This will keep for a little while until the kohlrabi and the onion begin to soften, because the beet goes fairly quick, and I like still a lot of the things in here to have just a little bite, a little crunch when you first throw it in. It brings something, and I don't know why, but it brings something medieval to my mind. The contrast. Maybe it's the idea of royal purple. But you can see it's already bleeding into the onion and the kohlrabi. And it's going to get into everything. Certain parts of the vegetables won't accept the color, which makes it nice. That's one of the reasons we like the petty pan squash a little more than the yellow squash, because it's prettier in the dish. We move on from beet to snow pea and then Swiss chard. Some of the stalks on this are just a little too tough. You could boil these and they'd be fine, but when you saute, it's just not quite enough cooking to make them chewable. This is one of the tougher greens that we like boiled, but it's turned out to be just a pretty addition to the 3-day salad, because it stays dark green in there, and if you do saute it long enough, it will become tender. It's just one more texture, one more flavor. And somehow this combination manages to keep most of the flavors distinctive, with little bursts of, like walnut. The walnuts just jump out at you. The garlic will jump out at you. Magic garlic. Nice coarse chunks. So when you get one, you know you got one. This isn't the kind of garlic you want to have throw hints around and hide in there. You want this to pronounce its presence with a nice little burst of flavor. And then last but not least, towards the end, we'll go the soft veggies. And this is going to become a truly beautiful warm side dish if you would choose to serve this alongside a number of other, like a steak, for example. This would be a great side for a steak because you've got every other thing you could want in one dish. So it's beautiful. Eye appeal is there, and it's going to be rounded out with the softer veggies here in just a few minutes. We like these for the larger chunks, which change the feel of each bite of the sauteed part. It's going to be fun to watch this flesh of the zucchini and the yellow squash go to red, and the rind stays the same. Okay, kind of a last look before we finish. Be about another 4 to 5 minutes at a medium to medium low heat, and we don't want it to go to mush. We've now reached the magical moment. We have our sauteed veggies, our fresh veggies and walnuts, our quinoa, everything at room temp. We're just going to combine them. In goes the quinoa. Now comes the sauteed. Look at the intense color. Tonight we're going to have this with our main entree is going to be a very nice, about a 7-ounce fillet of grouper that Sharon will blacken on the barbecue, and you're looking at dinner. Interesting part is that this absolutely delicious salad has no iceberg lettuce in it, no carrot sticks, no mushrooms, no raw onion. It's just a total different assortment of vegetables, all fresh, and half cooked, half uncooked. It's just one of those things you need to experience. I highly recommend that you try this one day. Top this with our freshly made summer dressing, and you're good to go. This is dinner. I have to be quick because we're slathering. We can't wait to get into it. Nice job, honey.